Alrighty guys, this is snugsonblitz and I'm back with another video for you today. So, this video is all about one single thing, and that is the special game modes. Now, they're fun. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to be silly fun, crazy fun, easy to make a ton of credits thanks to a little bit of Wargaming's mistakes, but they kept it, so thank you very much, Wargaming. Really appreciate that. Now, you may have noticed that I have about 146 million credits, so I don't need the credits. So that's not why I play Mad Games and Uprising and things like that. I play the special modes for one single reason. That is to grind my new tanks. You are probably aware, if you've played this game a while, that grinding sucks. I mean, it sucks. But it's especially painful in tiers 8, 9, and 10. Now, tier 10 is a little special because you do have the turret, you do have the gun, you do have the engine, but your crew is usually, unless you're paying gold, 75%. But in tiers 8 and 9, when you start out with a new tank, you don't even have the top gun, you don't have the top engine, you don't have the top turret. Sometimes it takes you a while to get those things. And if you're a newer player and you're grinding those things out, your win rate will stink. I mean, stink to high heaven, okay? So what you don't want to be doing is playing a new tank stock, especially in those tiers, especially in tiers 8 and 9. You can, but I repeat, do not recommend it. Instead, what I would do is if you pick up a new tank, let's say it's a Panther 2 or Tiger 2, or one of these Chinese light tanks. Instead, you should play all the special modes and work on getting engine, the tank, the crew, everything, get it to its maximum potential. Then you can go back to playing normal games. Winning or losing does not affect your win rate stats at all, which means you can just go ahead and lose every single game you like. It doesn't affect your stats whatsoever. But I guarantee, if you're playing a tank stock in tiers 8 and 9 against normal players in the normal match, that your win rate is going to suffer massively. So if you don't want your win rate to stink, don't play a tank stock in tiers 8 and 9, especially. Now, tier 10, it's 50-50 because, yeah, you've got everything. I sometimes play a new tank in tier 10 with a crew at about 80% because it's good enough. And I just want to see what it's capable of in normal games. That being said, if I start losing massively, I'm just going to jump back into special mode games and get my tank up, get my crew to 100%, and then go back into normal gameplay. There's another advantage of playing these special modes, and that is that you can earn a ton of experience because, especially in Mad Games and Uprising, you can earn way more than the average XP in normal games. So there's lots of advantages to playing these special modes that a lot of people don't really understand, especially if you're a newer player. Now, pros understand this, but a lot of newer players don't. And so they jump into normal games with their brand new tank, stock, and they absolutely get ripped apart. And they wonder why. Why am I doing so bad in tier 8 and 9? And they'll say, oh man, the turret stinks, or the gun is useless, or the engine is so slow. It's because they're playing with a tank that's sometimes 50% crew, which I would never do, just to let you know. I mean, 75 is tough enough, but 50% is absolutely a nightmare. So you're playing with a new tank that's got 75% crew. It doesn't have the top gun, doesn't have the top engine. I mean, a tank is completely different once it's 100% crew and it's got all the equipment that you need. It's entirely different. So, for all of you guys out there picking up brand new tanks, I'm begging, pleading with you, do not play it stock. I can't tell you how many times I jump into games and I see a Leopard PTA with the stock gun. And if it's on the enemy team, I'm like, happy days. But if I'm playing with it on my team, I'm like, oh, we're screwed. Because the pen on that tank stinks, especially with that stock gun. And if they've got the stock gun, they've probably got the stock engine and maybe even the stock, tracks. So it's like double, triple whammy. Guys, if you're a newer player and you pick up a new tank, don't just rush in to play a normal game. Level it up in these special modes, and trust me, you will like the game a whole lot better, because when you get back into the game, the normal game, your tank will be fully charged, ready to rock, and because you played a bunch of games in Mad Games or Uprising, you'll be able to know what your tank is kind of capable of. Yeah, okay, they have special modes, I get it, but still, you'll have a much better understanding of what the tank can do and how to play it. So, that's my little rant. Hope that helped. Thank you, Wargaming, for the special modes. Really appreciate them. Guys, give me a sub. That's all I got for you. I'll see you next time. Snugs on Blitz. Out.